Hello my friends, this is Grace and welcome to process video number 4 for my latest mini series. I'm sharing with you this layout that was published in Creating Keepsakes, and that is still one of my favorite layouts today. But one of the things that I love about it was because of the handprint, but I am not doing a page with a handprint. Instead, I am going to use that as an inspiration because there was a lot of colorful things in that design that I want to recreate. The first thing I wanted to do is I'm showing you here the background of the page rather is multicolored, and so I am auditioning some true 12 by 12 papers, or not true but full 12 by 12 papers as the background. And I went through a bunch of my papers and just seeing which ones I really liked to go as my page. Now I use that happy birthday because these photos are of the birthday of my oldest son, and so I thought that would look cute. But then it had just too much pink in there, and I wanted to be a more boyish page. Now I really like the other one that I showed you, multicolored, but I don't know, it was just too much color. And here there's a little bit more subtlety with that specific pattern paper. I'm going to go back to this one because I really love how those stripes go down, and if I put my photos there, that it kind of points to the photos. But as I put the rest of my stuff in, I felt like it's going, a multi-colored background will just maybe not blend well with the rest of the scraps that I had intended to use for this particular page. That star paper had some multicolors on the other side as well, and that will work, but at the end I will go with that green paper. Now what I learned from making this page was that multicolor background worked really well for that particular page, because there wasn't a lot of like hard or dark colors. But this one, my husband had kind of a darker blue, and there was just some really strong colors there that I thought that will not work well if I decided to go with that multi-colored background. So like you saw in the inspiration page, it had one full 4x6 and then 3 vertical 3x4 photos. Now I don't have vertical photos, I have horizontal, and I also don't have a 4x6. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually flip that page to its side. I'm going to turn it 90 degrees, and so I'm going to use basically I'm going to use the design as a sketch, and so my photos will be will work with my horizontal photos, but at the same time I can use that 6 or 4x6 Project Life card that had the word awesome on it instead of the 4x6 photo in my layout. And one of the things that I noticed with that layout for the inspiration page was that the vertical photos were matted with some kind of orange cardstock, and so I wanted to, because this is a pattern paper scraps video, I wanted to use up as much pattern paper as I can. And so I had this subtle wood grain type paper, and that's what I'm going to use to back up my page. I'm also using this Fiskars border punch because that was actually the border punch that I used for that particular inspiration page as well, so it just worked out. One of the things that I also noticed with that particular inspiration page was that the journaling was in circles, and so what I did was I printed my journaling and also a quote because it had 2 circles in the inspiration page, and I wanted to do the same thing here. And so I printed or I typed up, in one box I typed up my journaling, in another box I found a quote online and I printed it out. Now the circle in my Word document was a little bit bigger than I had wanted, so I used a circle die from My Favorite Things, and I'm just going to cut that out, so you won't see the line or the circle line going around my journaling because of that. Now the inspiration page, the circles were backed up by another circle that has scallop edge, and I have a die cut, a nestability die cut that had scallop edge, and so that's what I'm going to do. And that is the beauty of scraps, is that you can layer papers over each other. And because I have this circle and then the scallop circle, it lends itself with ways for me to use up these little scraps. I just want to make sure that I have one that would fit the bill and also that will fit the die. That's one of the things that's why I was kind of moving from one paper to another. And then the other side of the inspiration page had a handprint of my daughter, and I don't have handprints for my oldest son because these photos were taken a few years back. And so instead of a handprint, I'm going to use that spot to kind of build a layer or a cluster of embellishments or paper embellishments. And I have this 3x4 paper that had a bunch of birthday cakes and ice cream and just birthday themed items, and so I'm gonna put a few of that there, and then just adding a few more like birthday connected paper strips, and I'm gonna do that. Now, one of the things that I also found inspiring from the inspiration page was the layer of, or the line of buttons that went between that strip of photos and also the 4x6 side. And so instead of using buttons, I'm actually going to make some epoxy or enamel. No, the bubble stickers. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm going to make some bubble stickers using some pattern paper and also some bubble stickers and punches from Epiphany Crafts. I used to design for Epiphany Crafts, and so I still have a bunch of those clear bubble stickers. I think that's what it's called. And so I'm going to use that here. So I pulled out a bunch of shapes. I have like stars and scallop circles and squares and all sorts of things, and I'm going to put that in between the strip of photos and then also my collage and the awesome title block. So right now I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to layer all these things and make a collage. Now I have to apologize that some of the videos actually I lost it. It went corrupted, and so I wasn't able to share with you how I finished it, but I do have these close-up videos, or close-up photos rather, and I hope that that will help you to see how it all came about. Thank you again for watching, guys, and I will catch you guys another day. Bye.